Welcome, my peeps, my peoples. Please like, comment, subscribe, share the video. It'll be greatly appreciated from the bottom of my heart, my peeps, my peoples. So we're going to talk about Atlanta season 2. We're going to talk about episode 3 and 4, kind of mix them in a little bit because last week I was moving, still trying to unpack. So anyways, let's just get right into it. So basically the last episode, you can see how Ern was going through some different things. He was going through some situations. Basically, he had money and he wasn't being respected as having money because he wasn't being respected by the black people with money or the white people with money. So basically, he had money. He had $100 bill, and nobody wanted to respect that he had the $100 bill. You know, even when he went to the club, they didn't believe it was real. When he went to the hotel / restaurant, they wouldn't accept cash. They wouldn't accept his $100 bill. But the police officer was able to give his $100 bill or whatever. But Paperboy made this analogy to, Ern, like, basically, people know you ain't no dope boy. People know that you ain't selling drugs or whatever. They know you ain't no street dude. Then on top of that, you're not as preppy and you don't look rich, Caucasian as well. So you kind of don't fit in. So you need to just you just need to stick where you are. Either choose one or basically, just don't be, take away that preppy type of I'm kind of good, I went to college look, and just be regular degla, and people will basically kind of accept you. That's kind of like what I got from it, what Paperboy was saying, like, people ain't giving you no respect anyway. So we see Michael Vick racing Ern or whatever, then Ern is at the strip club and basically he get a limo. That was kind of cheesy and corny too as well. And then as well as him going to the ATM machine, how they try to play him, talking about he pulled out this much money, tip the strippers, tip them, take care of them, like make sure that they're doing good or whatever. Basically, he was just being like, it was like a money pit. It's like the little bit of money he had to just continue to spend it. And it's like he don't have that much money, and then he just got played so much for his money. And then especially when he went to the other club, they ripped the $100 bill up in front of him. And just he don't get no respect because people are trying to assume that he don't even know what he basically fits into society. And that was about it. And then the other part is when Paperboy and Ern went to the studio to one of the dudes that was recording, that was an artist. Basically, it reminded me of Lil Yachty. Basically, Lil Yachty getting all these, Skittles, Sprite commercials, whatever, but it's basically his manager. And then, being so arrogant and then taking it out on the the producer, or the guy that produces the music, basically, with the beats and stuff like that, taking it out on him. And then it was also funny when Ern and Paperboy walked in. They had Hennessy, they had weed about to smoke, get lit up or whatever. And they offered, the young man some weed and some liquor, and he was just like, nah, I don't do that. But as soon as he got back behind the mic, he was just rapping like, doom, doom, doom. I smoke weed, I drink, I get high, I overdose, basically. But basically, they were just letting us know that, a lot of these rappers ain't about what they say they're about. You know what I mean? That's why a lot of people kind of like gravitates towards, Tekashi 69, because people feel like he's real, like they can actually touch him, like not touch him in a negative way, but they think he's real. And so then Future don't get high no more. A lot of these rappers are promoting drugs and popping pills, Percocet, drinking, getting drunk. My name is Zanny, my name is this, and a lot of them don't take them drugs. But I can't even think of this actor's name. He plays the role of being high so well, but he never actually does drugs. But you think he does, but he plays the role so well. I can't think of his name right now. But anyways, moving on from that, I really want to think of his name. But moving on from that, and then how he had his boys handle the situation, like beating up the producer, whatever. It's such a violent little guy. And he was like, oh, because basically, Paperboy and Ern was asking him, how do you get to the white market? Who was like, oh, my manager, my people's, my this and my that. So basically showing how some people are chosen to be in the crossover audience where there's some people are not. And it was a lot going on with that episode. That episode was like, damn. But it's a lot better than this episode. So I just hope Atlanta steps it up, because the episode 1 was a really good episode. You know what I mean? And episode 2 was kind of okay. But I just want them to bring Cat Williams back or whatever. So anyways, we start off this episode with Ern and Van. Basically, they're out at a ski lodge somewhere in Helen. Basically, they're going on to this little retreat. It's for people that are German, and we know Van, she's actually from Germany. She actually is German or whatever, or was raised there, Blazing the third. And so her and Ern are making out, having sex or whatever. Then boom, they jump in the car, they driving. There's a pig in the way. She talks about, when she was getting high with Ern, that maybe she'll feel more confident with her tongue game. Basically, when she was talking about that she's not, I think that's what she was talking about, that she's not good with her tongue game on Ern. I think Ern should have said, you know what, you're doing good, we can work on it, I can show you. Because sometimes a woman want to be reassured that, hey, at least I tried, at least I did a good job, you did enjoy it, or whatever, or you possibly was going to come, or you was getting ready to come, or whatever. So anyways, they get to the venue. It's all crazy. You got white folks in all these type of costumes. Like, reminds you of back in the day when black people wasn't free as well. And having, scattered around M&Ms or Black Eyed Peas, and the group or whatever. And, Ern feeling very insecure about the situation. He's not feeling good about being there, especially when they talk about when Van lets Ern know that, there's going to be some people that's going to be dressed up in blackface and stuff like that. And then a woman comes up to Ern, was like, oh my God, for real? And touches his face and realizes that he's actually black. So he ends up putting on his friend's mask or whatever. So he kind of feel like out of place. He feels like insecure as well. Just like he felt insecure with trying to spend his $100. Like he felt insecure at the record exec office, when him and Paperboy went there to give them their music, and he had a CD player and they only did things digital. He couldn't get the email through, and all the people watching him, they was watching him like, if they were like, zoo animals or something, like the people that was in the record exec office or whatever, or the record label office, was just staring at Ern. And he turned around, he saw all of them staring at him. He was like, damn. And then one of them had a banana, and him and Paperboy basically kind of felt out of place. Now he's at this place, with his girlfriend, his baby mama's feeling out of place as well, and he's not getting into it. He's trying to be involved, but then he see like the bartender flirt with Van and stuff like that. He don't understand the language, and they're speaking different language. He don't understand the game. He feels like a fish out of water. He doesn't feel comfortable at all. So he's dealing with his insecurity too as well. Then you have Van, she's dealing with her insecurities too as well, because we find out when Van grew up, like her best friend, her friend that she's chilling with, introduce her to people as, this is Lottie's mother, like basically saying that she's only a baby's mother, and basically putting her down like, oh, she used to be a school teacher, then Van was like, I used to be a school teacher, but now I'm a stay-at-home mom. And her friend actually puts her down. She's like the token black person to hang around a black person that is the token of white people, but she's a good token. She's like a gold token, you know what I mean? And so then now, Van, she's like the bottomless token of the token. So, she's feeling like, now she's feeling really insecure about the situation. Then she just got to having a big argument with, where Ern and their relationship is like so many things are interfering in their relationship, where they both feel insecure at the point that they are in life, where they just can't ignore their surroundings and have a good time. But, it seemed like Van was having a good time, but she was kind of like forcing Ern to do things that he did not want to do, and things that he don't identify with as identify as in his culture and things like that. That's really like, sometimes us women want our men to do things with us that they don't really want to do. But shit, I don't take them out their element where they're gonna go to a place be in these costumes from Germany, and then also there's Caucasian people coming up in blackface. I wouldn't dare do that. You know what I'm saying? That's a little bit too much. So anyways, moving on from that, after arguing with Ern, she talks to her friend, whatever, and then find out the conversation that her close friend, whatever her name is, because she was like, they both basically having a back-to-back, and the friend was like, well, you chose the black, I chose white, you chose black, you chose to be a baby's mother, I chose this, I chose that. Basically, putting down Van like, she didn't do the right things. She didn't make the right choices. She always wanted to be black. She always wanted to hang around black people and all this other stuff. She also wanted to identify with her heritage. As far as her friends that she grew up with really didn't want to identify with their heritage. They wanted to identify as, you know, with the Caucasian aspect of life and fitting into that world and being a part of that world. But little do they know, when it comes down to it, they're always, you know what? So anyways, and then, you know, they're having a banter going back and forth, and, you know, she was like, you know, Van was like, you know, you always felt uncomfortable, like you always kind of like make fun of us, talking about like, oh, I wish my hair was kinky. And then, you know, Van was like, your hair was always kinky because your hair is kinky. The only thing is you choose to straighten your hair all the time. Basically going back and forth. And then, you know, her friend saying, I chose wealth, I chose this, I chose that. You chose like the typical society of what people stereotype African American women as, or indigenous people as, being just babies, mothers, and not marrying the guy and choosing a guy that can't really provide for them. Like them type of stereotypes that, you know, was thrown up in this episode. So that also made, you know, Van feel like she made problem. Maybe she's wrong. Maybe she should have been like her friend. Maybe she should have chose the upper X. I can't even say it. Maybe she should have chose, you know, the high society. Maybe she should have chose what her friend chose as well, and stop trying to identify with her heritage, because look where it got her. She's just a single baby mother with basically a baby father that basically can't really provide, and, you know, she's not working. She's a stay-at-home mom, so most likely she's probably getting assistance and things like that. And then she's looking at her friend with her Caucasian boyfriend and this wonderful life, and these other couples having like all types of tech jobs and all types of different things, and basically now she's kind of depending on Earn to give her money when he does some type of festival or whatever. So, you know, it made her realize that maybe it made her feel like she made the wrong choice. She made the wrong decision. And maybe she needs to go back to the side that, when, you know, she grew up with, the Caucasian side, and try to make a living in that way, try to be a part of that type of lifestyle now. And maybe she did make a mistake. That's how she feels now, because she's feeling insecure. And then on top of that, Ernest not there really supporting her, because he doesn't know that she feels this way. He doesn't know that she grew up where she was desiring to be more identified with her, you know, African American or, you know, indigenous side of her melanin side, that she want to Earn to, you know, basically be there to be a support, to be a backup for her. You know what I mean? Because now we know that she really feels uncomfortable around them, but she's pretending like she does, even though she might like the festivities, you know, the games and stuff. But she's always really felt an outsider in this world. And now that she brings her baby father and the situation, she thinking that, oh, you know what, maybe, you know, I won't feel like that because I got my man here to be with me. And then him feeling, and his insecurity, not feeling comfortable, not want to be there, you know, he's not there to support her. And she was like, well, I'm there to support you. You think I like strip clubs? You think I like this? You think I like that? So basically, both of them, if they actually communicate with each other, they could have both had a wonderful time. They could have smoked weed, got high, had fun, tripped over stuff, fell over stuff, had fun. But now real life and what people put on them and what they think society wants from them is actually bringing them down and bringing them farther apart. So, and it was crazy too. You know, you got this animal going around, a dragon stole Van's phone or whatever. She found her phone or whatever, and they're like, oh, yay. And it's almost like they're happy that, you know, she kind of like broke up with Van, or they're not together, or they're about to be apart. I don't know if that had something to, I don't know if that's like a metaphor, something that's going to come up later on in the episode. But this episode wasn't that great at all. The last couple episodes wasn't that great because it's kind of relatable, but not relatable, because first of all, if we didn't like the way we grew up, or we felt an outcast, or we was trying our best to fit in, we wouldn't be going to Germany town and playing these costumes where people come in blackface. We won't be doing that, number one. Number two, if a friend of mine only introduced me as Lottie's mother, she would be disconnected. We would not be talking. So but then the way that, Van grew up is kind of relatable to some people, and trying to give them an understanding of, like, Van is really trying and really wants to be a part of her community, the black community or whatever. But she kind of don't fit in on both sides, but she tried. But she did fit in, but she kind of fits in with these guys, like speaking Germany and all this other stuff and having a good time. But then deep under the exterior, she doesn't fit in because they're disrespecting her. But like, oh yeah, this is Lottie's mother. So, but to see a relationship deteriorate over insecurities is something that is kind of relatable. But then also the love and basketball part where, we play ping pong, this and that. We'll make this decision. Then at the end, so we know Van won. And, basically, they was either going to stay together or not stay together, whoever won the ping pong challenge. And Van, she won, and she doesn't want to keep going over this stuff with Ern, because basically she wants Ern to live up to what her friends want him to live up to, and he is not living up to that, and nor is she. So basically, I guess she feels like she can go somewhere else and find it. So anyways, they're separated. Ern's back to being homeless. We'll see what happens next episode. Peace. I'm out. One love. Please like, comment, subscribe, share the video. It'd be greatly appreciated from the bottom of my heart, my peace, my people. Mary Jane is out the building. One love.